Today, I'm making tacos de lengua, or cow tongue tacos. Now, if you're unfamiliar with these, it might sound weird and odd to you, but let me tell you, tacos de lengua are some of the best tacos you will ever eat. Now get it, you might be skeptical, right? I'd say head over to your nearest taqueria and order one or two and give it a try. The meat is super tender, really beefy, and adding just a little bit of homemade green salsa will really elevate and take these tacos to the next level. All right, so here's how to make them. Start out with a whole tongue. You can certainly cook this whole as is, but I find that if you cut the tongue into smaller pieces, it'll cook a lot faster. I picked up this genius tip from Oscar La Capital, and now I'll never go back to cooking it whole. However, be warned, there's one tiny drawback to doing it this way. I'll point it out later in this video when we get to it. Get yourself a pot of boiling water, but don't fill it to the top. Once boiling, toss in 5 cloves of garlic, quart of an onion, 2 bay leaves, and let's add in our lengua. Now I know what you might be asking yourself is, why didn't I smoke this beef tongue? The smoked tongue is not really my thing, and I'm keeping things traditional here. I'm also dropping a chile de árbol. Don't worry, you won't even taste the spice. As always, salt to taste. Let's start with 1 tablespoon of kosher salt and adjust as we go. Once the lengua and all of our ingredients have hit the pot, add an additional hot water to make sure all of the meat is covered nicely. Let's cover it up and let it simmer. Every 5 minutes or so, you'll want to pop back in here and remove any of the foamy impurities that would get released. I'll do this like 2 or 3 times. The broth should stay pretty clean after this. Check for saltiness at the hour mark and add more if necessary. It'll probably need it. While the lengua is cooking, let me show you how to make a delicious green salsa. I'm starting out with 14 small tomatillos, half an onion, 1 garlic clove, 2 serrano peppers, and 2 jalapenos. I'm not making this salsa spicy. If you want more spicy, I'd say drop in more peppers. Normally, I'd grill my tomatillos and all my ingredients, but like I said earlier, today I'm not firing up any of my grills and sticking to the kitchen. I'll be boiling our ingredients for about 7 to 10 minutes. If you're tired of your green salsa coming out too sour, try cooking the tomatillos for less time. Don't worry if the tomatillos aren't cooked all the way through. A little bright green in some areas is completely fine. After 7 minutes, I'll remove the tomatillos and serranos. Looks like the jalapenos and onion needed just a bit more time, so I'll cook them a little longer. Once all your salsa ingredients are cooked, let's remove the stems from all the peppers and add it to our blender, along with our onion, garlic, and let's also add some fresh cilantro. And don't forget our tomatillos and a little bit of salt. Blend really well. Once it's nicely blended, let's pour. Check for salt and add more if necessary. I hope you're ready to experience some delicious green salsa for these tacos. Let's give our lengua a check. 2 hours later, the lengua is probing tender, and as you can see, the fork slides in with little to no resistance. Let's remove the meat from the broth. Get our heat-resistant gloves and start peeling the outer membrane. Cutting the lengua into small pieces definitely speeds up the cooking process. The one slight disadvantage is makes removing the membrane a little tricky. Removing the membrane is sometimes a little bit more difficult to remove since you're dealing with several pieces of lengua instead of one large piece of meat, where you can usually remove the membrane in bigger pieces. It doesn't make it that much more time consuming to peel, but I figured I'd note it and make you aware. The advantage of the lengua cooking faster is totally worth the extra effort, but ultimately, it's up to you to decide. Once you remove the outer membrane, it's time to slice. Some like cutting small chunks or cubes to retain some of the texture. Personally, I like chopping it more fine so it looks more like barbacoa. If chopped fine like this, it's also harder for it to fall off the taco. Once you get it chopped up nicely, oh yeah, time for a taco party. Tacos. Get yourself some corn tortillas. And I mean corn tortillas. Flour tortillas are for burritos and quesadillas, not tacos.
Uh-oh, shots fired.
Get a nice helping of meat. Gently add the cilantro, onion. Yes, the taqueros would have built this taco a lot quicker, but I was trying to make it look nice for the video. Add in a squeeze of lime and top it off with our delicious green salsa. You see this? Look how beautiful it looks. So delicious. This is one of the best tacos you will ever eat. Word of caution, you might want to double on the tortilla if you had a pile of meat like I did. These hefty tacos might need the extra tortilla support, so call in for tortilla backup if necessary. But why stop at 1 taco? Let's build out a few more because I promise, 1 will not be enough. Add in some sliced radishes and extra limes because, well, who doesn't like extra lime on their tacos? Cheers. That's legit. Okay, the first thing coming through is that very, very tender meat. It's melting your mouth. I honestly like it better than carne asada tacos. The second thing you get is that salsa. Green salsa, tacos de lengua are the perfect combination. It's not too spicy, it's just the right amount, but it's full of flavor. Now, do you want to up your game on the tacos? Complement it with a good beer. That's good stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, hit like, subscribe, and I'll check you out on the next one. In the meantime, check out this following video up here. YouTube is recommending it, so you know it's gotta be good. Cheers. Yes.